Hi, I'm DeDe here with another 30 minutes of yoga. In this session, we'll explore interpretations of the sun and moon salutation. These yoga sequences will keep us in motion with our breath, which feels great and burns more calories too. You'll need a yoga mat if you're on a hard floor surface, as I am, a folded towel, some water. You'll need plenty of room. You won't need your shoes or your socks. And you'll need to bring your spirit of investigation and curiosity, as well as give yourself permission to skip something if it doesn't feel right for you. All right, let's start. So start with your feet underneath you. Knees are just slightly unlocked and pelvis is level. Bring the weight even across both of your feet. Feel that happening in your lower body. And then shoulders are back and down, palms facing forward, ears back over the shoulders. Let's close our eyes for just a moment and breathe in and out through your nose. So traditionally, the sun salutation was performed in the morning as the sun rises, kind of a greeting to the sun. And it helps to create some heat, and it's awakening to the nervous system. And then generally speaking, the moon salutation was done in the evening to calm down, to relax, to de-stress, to unwind. And again, generally speaking, there's a cooling aspect to the sequence that is the moon salutation. So we'll experiment with some loose interpretations of those two sequences. Now let your eyes open. And let's move our hands and our wrists around a little bit. Any way that your fingers and your hands can move, do that now. So when we string together poses with the breath, which is what we're going to be doing, in Sanskrit, that's called a vinyasa. So the sun salutation and the moon salutation are both vinyasas. So we're going to put those together. At some point, both of them together. String them all together. All right, let's do this now. Circle. And then we'll go the other way. The word yoga is also a Sanskrit word. It means to bring together. Sometimes to bring together opposites, which is kind of what we're doing in this session. The sun and the moon salutation are a little bit opposite. All right, we'll go side to side. And then let's relax the arms down. Let's pick up our right heel and then set it down and pick up the left heel. So see if there's any pops or cracks that want to happen in your ankle or your toes or your foot. And then also notice how it feels to stretch your toes. Feels pretty good to me. How about to you? Now we'll make this an ankle circle. So we'll pick up the heel and we'll kind of circle the leg around. Same with this one. I'm finding more pops and cracks in my ankles. How about you? Two more. All right, now standing tall, inhale, take your arms behind you, touch the fingers together if you can, and then exhale, touch the fingers together here. Inhale, and exhale. So be here now with your awareness and feel what's happening. Can you feel your fingertips and thumbs coming together? Can you feel that? Be present for that. Can you feel what's happening in your shoulders? And then we'll take left arm back and right arm up, and there's a little tiny side bend there. And then we'll switch. So inhale and exhale. Now, if you need more bend in your elbows, that's fine. So we won't be staying in one place for very long, very much in this session. So if you need to take a break at any time, if you need to grab some water, make sure you do that. Now let's come back to our mountain pose. You can come back to this anytime you need to as well. Close your eyes. Deep breathing through the nose. Now I want you to feel free to face me. So if you'd like to turn your mat so you can easily see me, you can do that. Otherwise you can face sideways as I'm going to be doing. So let's do that now. Position your mat the way you need it and then walk to the top of your mat. So that's the front edge. We're back in our mountain pose. Make sure your pelvis is neutral, shoulders back, ears over shoulders. And then we'll inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, sweep the arms down. And do that a couple more times. All right, now this next time, inhale, sweep your arms up, and then on the exhale, push your hips back and take your hands to your thighs. So let's string that together now. Inhale, standing, mountain pose, extending the arms up, and then exhale, hands on your thighs, push your hips back, hinge forward. This is like chair pose, sometimes called intense pose. I like to use this as a stopping point, either on the way down or on the way up. All right, now we'll stay here and we'll inhale. Keep your knees very bent and your belly strong. As you exhale, come all the way down. So you want your hands to come all the way down onto the floor. Relax your neck. Just stay here for a moment and breathe. If this is too far down, you keep your hands on your thighs or your shins. You can also use yoga blocks. Now inhale, and on the exhale, your right foot steps way back, and then we drop the knee and the foot down. Now if you need your extra padding, your folded towel under your knee, make sure you grab that. And then we'll inhale, roll the shoulders back and down as you exhale. Do it again. Up as you inhale, back and down as you exhale. And two more. Now this front knee is over the ankle. Make sure. All right, now we take our hands down. It could be fists, fingertips, or palms. Inhale, tuck your back foot under and spring off of your back foot. And as you exhale, come back to the forward fold. Hands on shins or thighs if you need to. Now, let's all place our hands on our shins as we inhale about halfway up. And then exhale into chair pose. So slide your hands onto your thighs and then inhale all the way up. Sweep your arms up. And then exhale, make a stop in your chair pose on the way down. Inhale. Exhale all the way down with your knees bent and a strong midsection. So that's your exhale. Relax your neck. Now step your left foot back. Inhale. And as you exhale, drop down into your low lunge. Now this time a little bit bigger with the arms. So inhale. Circle back as you exhale. And we'll do that again. Go with your breath. And then our hands will come down and we'll tuck the back foot under. Inhale, spring off of your back foot. And as you exhale, you're in forward fold. Now hands on your shins, halfway up, inhale. And then exhale, hands on your thighs, sit back, lift your chest like chair pose. And then inhale all the way up. And then exhale, arms at your sides, mountain pose. Stay right here, take a couple of breaths. So that was one round of this interpretation of the sun salutation. So hopefully you're feeling a little warmer. Now let's go again, we'll add on to it. So inhale, sweep, exhale, make a stop in your chair pose. Inhale there. Exhale all the way down, soften and fold. And then inhale, step your right foot back. This time, as you exhale, you're going to stay on the tiptoes. So remember, fists, fingertips, or palms here. Inhale, and as you exhale, let your front leg straighten a little bit. And then do it again. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. And then inhale, bend your front knee and spring off of your back foot. As you exhale, you're in forward fold. Hands on shins, neutral spine. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, sitting into your chair. And then inhale, sweep your arms up. And then exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Sit into your chair this way. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. Relax your neck. Left foot steps back. Inhale. Exhale, drop into your low lunge. And then inhale. Exhale, let your front leg straighten a little bit. And we'll go forward and back here. Try to be right here, right now, with your attention and your awareness. And now we'll spring forward. So bend your front knee, inhale, spring, and exhale, forward fold, halfway up, hands on shins. That's your inhale. Exhale, hands in front of the heart as you sit into your chair. And then inhale all the way up. And then exhale, mountain pose, hands in front of your heart. So we'll stay right here for a moment and we'll just breathe. You don't have to face me, but I'm going to face you. So So just let what we've done over the last couple of minutes soak in. Just let it be in your body, in your brain, your breathing. All right, now we'll get a little more into the moon salutation energy of things. So your eyes are open. Inhale. Sweep your arms up. As you exhale, your right arm goes down and you're pressing your hips out to the left. And then we'll inhale back to the center. And we'll exhale over here. And again. Coming to a place where we can step wide. So if your mat is in the same orientation as mine, make sure you're facing me. And then we step out. So we're wider than our shoulders. And we turn the toes out a little bit. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend your knees and sink down. Now, if you feel comfortable doing it, you can take your hands down onto your yoga blocks or some books, or you can be on your fingertips or your fists or your palms. And then turn your toes straight on toward me and let your head drop down in the center. So nothing too extreme here. Try to keep your back as neutral as you can. And then we inhale and we lift about halfway up, hands on your shins or your blocks if you need to, and then exhale down. And again, just keeping it simple. Simple but effective. All right, now we'll come to that halfway up position and then we'll turn the toes out again and we'll bend the knees. Now take your hands up onto your thighs. Inhale and then exhale and twist. And then we'll switch. So if you think back to what we did a few minutes ago, the sun salutation, that interpretation of it, it was all moving to the front of your body and to the back of your body, right? So this is actually moving the side of your body toward the other side of your body. So this is rotational. And we did some side bending just a moment ago. So that was lateral flexion. So it's all different directions. Come back to center now. And then we'll rise up, take your time, keep your balance. If you need to hold on to something or be next to a wall, make sure you do that here. Turn your left toes in, your right toes out. Turn your pelvis and your chest straight ahead. And then we'll come over into triangle. So let your pelvis tip. Keep this right knee unlocked. Keep your waist the same length on both sides. And reach your arms in opposition to one another. Now we want to do a couple of things here. We want to pull the top hip back, so that's challenging, but do the best you can. And your top shoulder needs to go back too. See if you can work on that. If this is uncomfortable for your arm, here's a nice option for your top arm. Take this option if you need it. You can look forward, you can look up, or you can look down. All right, now we bend the right knee and we push off with our hand, and then we switch sides. So turn your right toes in, left toes out. So your left knee and your left foot are facing that way, but at the same time, your navel and your heart are facing straight ahead. Get this pelvic tilt, this is key. Keep your waist the same length, unlock your knee. And here we go, reaching the arms here, or keeping this arm here if that's better for you. Top hip back, top shoulder back. All right, and then we bend the left knee. We take the hand on the thigh and push off. All right, and then we turn the toes straight ahead once again, and we hinge down. So get your blocks if you need them. All the way down if you can. So hopefully you're noticing this moon salutation is a little bit more cooling, a little bit less energizing, a little more relaxing. All right, now we'll walk hand over hand around to the right, and then we'll move into child's pose. So if you need your extra padding under your knees for this, make sure you grab it and place it under your knees. So here's one version of child's pose, here's another, and here's another. Choose the right one. All right, then we're helping ourselves up to our hands and knees, and we're going to have a seat and have your legs out in front of you. And then join the soles of the feet together. Make sure that you're sitting on the edge of your folded towel, if that makes sitting on the floor a little more comfortable for you. So that looks like that, and that tips your pelvis. So starting by just sitting up tall, you can have your feet further forward if that's better for you, closer in if you can. And then we'll go from just sitting up tall to trying to lean forward, but still keeping the tall, straight shape with our spine. And then we're sitting up. Now we're going to get into what I call a zigzag position. So you may or may not need to sit on your folded towel. I want you to have your right leg in front of you and your left leg a little bit behind you and off to the side. Now if you feel that you need your folded towel under you, place it under your right hip like I have mine. And we want to try to have somewhat 90-degree bends in both of our knees. So see if you can find that. And then if you're comfortable here, you're getting a little internal rotation stretch and an external rotation stretch with your back leg and your front leg respectively. Then you can sit up tall and see about leaning forward. If it doesn't feel good though, you won't do it. And then we're coming up and we're switching legs. I like to switch legs just by doing this kind of windshield wipery move. If that's not working for you though, you switch legs any way you like. Just make sure your other leg is in front this time. And then we'll sit up tall. Make sure you have your towel under your left hip if you need it. And then we'll go from sitting up tall to perhaps leaning a little bit forward. And we'll come up. Now we're going to come to a reclining position. So you may need your folded towel as a pillow. If you do, put it where your head's going to go. Otherwise, just put it off to the side for now. So lying over on your side and then lying on your back. We have a couple of stretches here. So get comfortable, knees are bent. Cross your right ankle over your left knee and then press forward with your right hand on your right leg. You can use your fist, your fingertips, or your palm. All right, now keep your leg folded, straighten out your left leg, and then we'll twist, taking the right knee across, guiding it with the left hand. Now your right arm reaches straight out to the right with your shoulder down, or you can bend your right arm to 90 degrees at the elbow and get the back of your hand on the floor. If that doesn't work for you, go back to what I said at first. Just straighten your right leg out. Make sure that you have a resting place for your right foot. It's either on the floor, as mine is, or you can rest it on your inner left thigh. You decide. And we'll stay here. So see if you can get your breath up into your torso. And then we help our right knee back to the center with your hand. And then both knees are bent. Recenter your hips. And cross your left ankle over your right knee and then push your left knee away from you. Feel that stretch in your left hip. And then release that. Now we twist. So straighten out your right leg and with your right hand, guide your left knee across. And then here's the left arm straight out or 90 degrees at the elbow. Ease ourselves back to the center. Use your hand to help your knee back. Both knees are bent. And then press yourself up with your arms. So you're turning over onto your side and pushing up. And then come to a comfortable seated position that works for you. Roll your shoulders up and back and down once you get there. So how do you feel now? You feel like you explored a little bit of energizing and a little bit of cooling energy through our two salutations, the sun and the moon. That was a loose interpretation of them. I hope you enjoyed them. So as usual, thank you for joining me. My name is DeDe.